people wanted more, damn it.
Well, right after we finished Movie Spoof the movie, a lot of people liked it and they thought, like, maybe a sequel would be something fun to see. So I, sure, a sequel could be a good idea, but I didn't have anywhere I wanted to go with it. I mean, the first one ended on a pretty good end note, kind of wrapped things up well. So I started thinking a lot about how I would, continue the story.
Well, I mean, sure, MS1 ends on a, good note. Good reigns supreme, evil loses. But there's plenty more spoofing out there, and I guess we decided, we just want to continue on with the spoof and just raise the bar on the effects and the storyline that we can bring to the sequel.
Sci-Fi Channel had their the miniseries Children of Dune on, so I watched that, and I started seeing a lot of similarities between some of the characters and some of the plot points in Movie Spoof and that. So then I took that. I figured we could use some of those elements to kind of further develop the whole story and keep it going.
At the end of Movie Spoof 1, Zeus kills off Mario. And then, in Movie Spoof 2, it's about Mario coming back and trying to overthrow the Empire and his whole conspiracy to take over Zeus's throne.
If you look at the film, probably the main plot you'd see would be the the conspiracy plot and the conspiracy to overthrow Zeus and the whole story between there, the kidnap of Zeus's representative Peter and how he plays into the whole mix. A lot of the story also comes from the relationship between Zeus and Xena and their romance and how things like that kind of set up a lot of events that take place in Movie Spoof 3. So those are the really two major plot points of the whole thing.
I just wish we could have peace.
I don't think we'll ever have peace.
I think all of the characters have evolved in some way. Well, I just came in and I'm a completely new character, so I've evolved from just a guy on the sidelines to being in the film.
The most character that's evolved the much is Matthias.
In the first movie, you didn't really get a sense of who he was. Really, he was basically just kind of an extra. Really, he didn't really do much. He had a few lines, but none of importance. And then in the second movie, you see his relationship with Zeus and how they're really close. And he's got a whole nother life outside of the Empire as well. He's got a wife and a house.
Pierce Man's really stepping up to the plate as Matthias Peterson. He was kind of Zeus's right-hand man in the first one. He really didn't have that much, but he's a big-time character in this.
Freaking Matthias is so evolved, it's ridiculous.
We really wanted to. We picked we felt could be the strongest character out of that group of people, and we really thought Matthias could really be taken somewhere. So we really wanted to give him a lot more to do. So he's like Zeus's closest advisor. He's his best friend.
The city is filled with danger, Zeus. Truth is in the city, Matthias, not cooked up inside this fortress of plantitude, as they have come to call it. The people seem to honor what made their emperor who he is today. And how does that make me going into the city dangerous? Well, look at today, for example.
The end, really, it ends on a climactic note.
What's going to happen next, what's going to happen now. So I think we did a really good job of finishing the story in the second one, just having people want even more.
It's got a good cliffhanger at the end. The audience is going to be happy.
Where, you're just wondering what's going to happen now. Movie Spoof 2, but it also finishes as its own story, so it stands on its own. It's not like Lord of the Rings or Matrix Reloaded, where you have to, it ends just on a beat. It's not just a second part of one movie, but it's actually its own movie itself. It still kind of has that climatic note, which you have to wait to see how it all finishes in the third one.